The WNBA made a statement that they are going to be monitoring online activity for hateful and harmful things. And I get flagged as spam for a petition that is for safety and fair play for everyone in the league. Not for one person, not for one team, for everyone. This all started because I made a petition on change.org to reform the WNBA refereeing. Because at the end of the day, all sports fans want to watch is fair play. Actually, at the end of the day, it's better for it to be a great game that your favorite team loses instead of a one-sided game where even your favorite team wins. Nobody wants to win. Okay, true competitors don't want to win like that. And I've been an athlete my entire life. It didn't mean anything if you didn't win it fair and square. So I created a change.org petition for WNBA referee reform. I kind of put it in a couple comments on Twitter just to see if anybody would click on it. And I didn't heavily circulate it because I did not want to get flagged as a bot. So on a few pages for a few Twitter accounts that I know specifically could potentially get traction with it, but I was also kind of hoping that whoever runs those accounts, if they saw it in the comments, that they might share it themselves and go that way, right? And just see if anybody else was interested. So I made a couple of comments, no more than 10. And I try to log into my Twitter, and it's like, your account's been locked because you've been flagged as potential spam or a bot. And I was like, okay, well, not that I saw that coming, but I was like, all right, fine, whatever. That's not enough activity, in my opinion, to be deemed a spammer or a bot, but whatever. So I get back into my account. This is where the story gets funny. So I get back into my account, and for the record, I have 2 followers. So this is not like some major account doing anything. I have 2 followers. Whoop do you freaking do? And the next day I come into my account and there's a message from X or Twitter or whatever, and it says, whoopsies are bad. We have made your liked comments private to protect you. And I'm reading this and I was like, what? All right, this account that barely does anything. Seriously, I'm only on there to kind of gauge the sentiment on the internet for different things, not necessarily to be on there to be somebody on there. I'm on there kind of poking around. And so X says, whoopsie doodles, we recognize that you're a real person, and for your protection, here's what we're gonna do. And then it says you can create tips for when you post comments, so people can tip you for what you say, which again, I have 2 followers. So I was laughing because I was in this timeline, my account gets marked as spam. Then I get a message that's whoopsies are bad. Here you go. Here's how we're going to protect you. And then it was, get paid for what you say. I was laughing because the WNBA made a statement that they are going to be monitoring online activity for hateful and harmful things. Now, I come up on the flag as hateful and harmful for a petition that is for safety and fair play for everyone in the league. Not for one person, not for one team, for everyone. And I get flagged as spam. I can promise you that with my background in marketing and business consulting, in addition to my athletic upbringing, all of my motivation is based on the love of sports and athletics. And if anything, the change.org petition to get your refs' heads out of their butts for safety reasons, unless everybody wants to start wearing helmets, is purely to save the kids that you're supposed to be inspiring. So if you want to sign the petition, I'll link it down below. Honestly, I was more curious if any other people who like the sport of basketball agreed with the sentiment of the change petition. Honestly, that's it. I was just curious if anybody else thinks, hey, maybe if your service or product, like you're promoting a basketball product, maybe if at the end of all the basketball contests, the main Discord online isn't how many freaking calls were blatantly missed with pictures of refs in the background with head contact. Like, it's just not rocket science. And the reality is that, fine, you may not like your new fans, but the problem is, since we didn't like you before, all you're showing us is why we didn't like you. It's all you're confirming to anybody. And I'm actually going to start making videos to help the WNBA turn their marketing around. Because at the end of the day, I think that the sport of basketball is not the problem. However, if you run an organization with basketball in the title and the only thing you don't talk about is basketball, you're off to a really bad start.